smile, James?
He was, yeah, I could see a lovely smile.
It is a world away from the turmoil of Brexit, where life is put firmly in perspective. A place of caring for families with children with serious and terminal illness.
Yeah, a lovely little boy, aren't you? And I think you come in here and you find it yourself at the very sharp end of reality for families who are suffering and children who are suffering, and yet who are held in love in the most beautiful way.
It's hard to remember a time when we've faced a new year with so much uncertainty, so much toxicity in public debate. It'll be very hard for people to find hope at the moment, for some.
Hope is found, and joy is found, and celebration and strength is found by living in the present, being present with the events.
In the House of Lords debate on the Brexit deal, you talked very specifically of moral agency. Would it be immoral if there were no deal?
We cannot, as a nation, as leaders, take moral risks, with the security of the most vulnerable in society. A period of temporary suffering for the poor is not temporary, it's an eternity. They have to be certain that it can be managed in a way that the most vulnerable do not suffer. If they are not certain of that, that raises a very serious moral question about whether no deal could be accepted.
So would you back the idea of a second referendum?
The way people voted must be respected. And it would be a great sign of parliamentary failure if we actually had to have a second referendum.
So it's the sort of last option, would it be fair to characterise it?
I would see it as the last resort, and one that is a very dangerous resort indeed.
You say it could be dangerous. What do you mean by dangerous?
It questions the democratic exercise we went through.
You also, in your speech in the House of Lords, called for reconciliation.
Yes.
It feels like we're a very long way from that point.
I think in our society we can make good progress in 3 or 4 years.
If that was the short-term prospect, how long are we talking about then, do you think?
It depends how people pursue it, but 10 would be good. To get to a point where we'd put it behind us and it was no more than a painful memory. The absolute commitment by leaders, political leaders, to reconciliation, to the careful use of language. Language matters. One of the greatest lies is sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Words prepare for sticks and stones.
You're here with families who are suffering in a way that very few of us can really imagine. The potential loss of a child, and it is something that you and your wife Caroline endured with your first child.
I remember what it felt like so well, and I wish there'd been a hospice like this.
And you can bring some of what you endured to comfort the families here too, perhaps.
Everybody's suffering in these circumstances is utterly unique. You can never say, I know what you're feeling, because you never do. But you can be there and somehow, by the grace of God, sometimes be with people and they can find some hope.
Thank you very much indeed, Archbishop, and wish you a very happy Christmas.
And to you and to everyone. Yeah, thank you.